thought it was a U-turn.
Hey, man, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
I'm Scott Barrera.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from originally?
Detroit.
Okay. We have a lot of officers from like Detroit and from Michigan.
They come down.
And they always tell me how much better like Michigan is than Texas. I don't know.
Amen.
I don't know if you can answer that or not. Something that frustrates us a lot as officers is when we're out like eating or just out walking around doing a walking beat, you'll see parents take their kids up to us and they'll be like, hey, you better act right or they're going to take you to jail or they're going to come arrest you. And we all have to start and talk to the parents and tell them, no, we don't want them to be scared of us. We want them to know we're there to help them. Yeah, but that's one of those things that you don't want them to be scared of us because we've gone on calls, like child abuse calls, or if something's happened, someone broke into their house, the kids scream and they see us and they get more and more scared that they think we're there for them.
Yeah.
But we want them to know that we are there to help them.
You can tell the difference between like eating bad and practicing, and then eating healthy and practicing. Like I tried both, and like you can tell like
Sluggish.
way more explosive of eating healthy. Like I'm not falling asleep in meetings and stuff like that.
On a weekly shift, how much downtime do you think that can be used more productively? That you think, or is it the downtime you have is really needed? Is it really needed, or is it?
It's going to depend by area and by watch. We have second watch, which is 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Third watch is 4 p.m. to midnight, and the first watch is midnight to 8 a.m. And typically, your evening and your midnight shifts are going to be pretty busy. Especially like on Channel 1, we have all the entertainment districts. So at night, we're pretty busy going like bar to bar, clearing up the fights and everything. So that's what I like. That's part of why I chose Dallas, is because I wanted that bigger city. So we get some people that they really like doing the report calls. They want to do the investigative work. We get some that want to go to make the good arrests, and then we get some that just want to work accidents and whatnot. And with a bigger city, we're able to kind of pick and choose what we want to do and what we want to specialize in.
What is the biggest? If you could feel the need or feel the void,
I think that community involvement right now, because this area is going through a gentrification. So you got a lot of students that are being pushed into one area, and there's not that much, extracurricular space for them. So that community involvement and then that extracurricular activity engagement. So I think this would be something to really, I think this will be the first time they're going to ever see something like this. So we're very thankful for this opportunity. So it's going to mean a whole lot to these kids.
That's what it is. That's what we're here. We want to bring awareness.
Right.
And that's what it starts like. Mike brings the star power, and actually the officers bring the star power too. So bridging that and getting their point of views on some of the community awareness is top notch. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I can keep saying it because I do. It's not about making money, it's about making a difference. And that's why we're here.
Police officers here also have a special guest that took his time out of his hard practice schedule, out of his hard days of work, out of his free time. He took his free time to get back to you guys. You ladies. We got Mike Weber of the Dallas Cowboys.
Good afternoon. My name is Officer Lee. I work for the Dallas Police Department in what they call the Neighborhood Police Office. I am what they call a community activist when it comes to you guys. Anything that you feel like an issue or a problem that you have in your community, I'm a person that you can bring face-to-face with me. I'm sorry, the office in the back.
How you guys doing? I'm Senior Corporal Glenn Delgado. I run the Force Ideally a youth boxing gym, so that's what I do full time. But I also teach bullying in schools basically with fourth graders and kind of teaching them about anti-bullying and kind of a mentoring program.
Hi, I'm Lee Arkansas with Dallas Police Department. I'm also in youth outreach. I've been there I think we've both been there for about 7 years almost. I do a lot of different programs. I don't have just one particular thing that I do. I do different things. I do basketball camp. I do more of the organizing things. Basketball, soccer, anything you think of that's what we just like to have fun and get to know kids, bridge the gap between you and the community and us.
think it's really important because you can't play football forever. So eventually you gotta lean on your education, and that can take you a long ways to do what you want to do in life. In my aspect, my plan is to go back to Ohio State and finish my degree, and I have a few more credits left. So that's something I'm going to do. That's something I promised my parents that I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that because you need it in life, especially in today's society. So I think education is very important. It always has been.
Loud.
1, 2, 3.